Stephanie from ExpertiseLLC.com. This message today is powerful. The energy is powerful in the universe at this time. It's June 2023, and today's date is June 19th, 2023, and it is amazing the message I got. The message today is when you continue to attach yourself to people, places, and things that no longer serve your life, you will continue to lose people, places, and things, because that's the karmic infinite loop that you have created for self. And we never really connected that, and I'm including myself in this conversation. The whole problem is that's the infinite loop, right? Stay with me. Because when you attach yourself to a person, a place, or a thing, that means you became codependent on that thing, that person, or that place, which automatically put us in a category that we've lost some part of ourselves at some point, that we have to be attached to it. So in other words, because the veil is so thin right now on planet Earth, it is quick karmic loop come back to you. Quick, much. I'm talking about fast as the speed of light is what the world has not recognized. Well, hey, stick with me, because I'm here to tell you. That is why you have to be able to detach yourself from everything other than self. Because not that, follow me, not that you don't have to have connections with people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the connection should be to you more than any other thing, person, or place. It's the whole point. When you're selfish, is when you are whole. I will argue it, because that is the whole backward thinking we've been programmed to believe, that you have to be selfless. Think of the word self and then less. Why would you want to be less than yourself, people? Because when you're less than yourself, that means someone else is gaining and prospering from the less that you don't have for you. Because you're giving something away that you actually need first. So when you build yourself up, then now I got something to give, because I got overflow. See, this is how you stay in lack, because you're codependent on a person, a place, or a thing, because you're not able to stand as self. You're not able to stand alone. So I gotta have something to attach myself and bind myself to, and that is how the enemy are able to use those people, places, and things to also bind to you. Because as long as you're selfless and not selfish, let's talk about that selfish word for a minute. If you're selfish, that means you are fishing for self, right? And you got to go inward to fish for self. But when you are selfless, you're going out. You're fishing out, meaning you projecting and putting out and giving things that you actually need to be keeping. To be selfish, you should be holding on to. See, when you're giving less of yourself to you and more of yourself to others, that's where the problem come in. So in other words, you need to be selfish. You need to hold on to everything you have to build you to your highest self first. Then you can become less of self. Because now you have something to give. Because once you filled your own cup, now you can fill others. That's the whole goal. Is it an easy one? No one said nothing was easy, but is the life you live it today, is that easy? And if your answer is yes, then keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. But if the answer is no, that means you got some work to do, my friends. So the point of planting the seed that you want to grow, where if you're not watering you, you're never gonna grow. Remember, if you're fishing your rod out, you ain't casting nothing on you. Your net is empty when you pull it back in, because you then gave less of self to you and more of self to everyone else. And now, when you're depleted, are those people going to be selfless? Absolutely not, because they already knew to be selfish, to hold on to everything they had to build themselves. And then you giving to them was overflow for them. But those were people that was never pouring into you. So you gave too much. And that's why the universe will match that energy. That's what you give to you. All right, well, we're going to give you more of that. That's why people get so angry and upset and want to do everything to try to destroy. See, trying to even shut my voice down, it won't work. I'm sure that they're going to be super pissed off. Oh, she's saying this. Oh, has she? Yeah. Use your voice. Speak your truths. It's yours. How your truth affected someone else. That means they're giving you their power. See, when people wake up to realize all this projecting, all this hate, again, you're giving less of self. So while we glorifying narcissistic people and acting like they're someone to fear, I keep telling you they're the weakest link. Because that's why they try to program you to think backward and be backward, because they need what you got to pour into them, because they have nothing to give them. They're empty. That's the whole point, because they've given all of them to someone else and they never rebuilt. So that's why they use what you got to get what they want. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all done woke up. Y'all done woke up something serious. I thank you. Because this energy is chaotic for a reason, because it's about time that you let it stir up, let it fester, let it bubble away in you people, so that you can understand it's time to be selfish. This ain't got nothing to do with no one but you. Your universe, one. You are your world. But they teach you to be of the world and not in your world. Because see, once you're in your world, then you clean up your world. Now you got that same energy. That's what you're giving out, remember? When you can give less of you to you and you can give it to someone else, it'll be that type of energy you're going to give out as positive, because you have been selfish enough to build you. Do y'all get it? This is what they want you to continue to give less of self when you don't have a full cup, so that you would never be on full. And as long as we got a whole bunch of empty people walking around here, how y'all think we're going to ever have balance on this earth? It's going to always be one-sided. So I started out again with this message trying to help you understand why it is important to love yourself, feel yourself first. Then, when your cup is running over, now you got something to give to the world, to people, places, things, to jobs, to family, to relationships, to kids, everything, to your children, your animals, your hobbies. Remember, that's a full balanced life. Because if you are lacking in one of those departments, you're imbalanced. When you are lacking any of them departments, the enemy got a way in. Anything you're less of, someone else can come in and fill it. And if they ain't full, they're giving you empty on it. Oh, come, man, I'm finna go. Because again, when you want it, you're gonna go for it. When you get it, you're gonna hold on to it. When you build it, you're gonna wanna sustain it. So as long as you pour all that into you, ain't no one and nothing can break you but you. You let the enemy in when your uni is not one verse. When you are not a whole person. When you are lacking something, the enemy can come off for you anything to fill that void, and you take it on and not knowing the price you're going to have to pay for that emptiness that you didn't feel. You allow something, someone else to fill it when you don't know what was in that cup before they poured into yours. Was they a whole cup? Or have someone already been tainting their pond and pouring into their cup? Come on, that's how this messiness is upon us. Because we've been a bunch of empty people walking around here looking for everybody else to fill us up. That's the backward thinking. That's the narcissistic thinking that it's you the reason why this. I did it too. That's why I'm able to speak my truth. My truth should never offend you unless that you fit you. Remember, I am me. You are you. And if I'm able to affect you and you say, well, I don't like what she's saying, that means it's some void in your life that it applies to you. But I'm not casting nothing on you. I'm talking about me. That's the narcissistic backward thinking we've been programmed to believe, that everybody is the reason why we're in the predicament. I learned to take full ownership of my life. That's why I'm at my new beginning. That's why I'm starting over. I don't mind starting from scratch. Because this time I know what the foundation is built upon. I know the ingredients that was poured into it. I laid the first brick, the second brick, and the last brick. So I know it's solid as a rock. I know that it is unbreakable and unshakable. I know that no matter what storm comes through, it will pass. Because I built the foundation so solid, because I, the universe, one, me, uno, connected to the source, did it by myself. That's why sometimes you have to let go and let the higher source do what they do naturally. Because again, that's why you gotta be selfish. Because when you're selfish, you pour so much into you. You know what's in it. You don't have to second guess it. You don't have to, oh wait, did they taint it? Was that a little, okay? Nope, you will know because you did it. So when them people reject you, let them. When them people disown you, let them. Because what they had was tainted anyway. They're not whole. Why do you want them to give you, pour into you, add something to you? Because what they were going to do is turn around and say, see, I made you. See, I did. Remember, you owe me. Remember everything. They kept tally mark. Because they didn't do it out of love and genuine, I want to see you win. They did it because of a personal gain. They know, oh, you owe me. You indebted. And even if you pay them back the debt, you're still indebted forever. You owe me because now I am your king. I am your God because I did something for you, and now I am over you because you needed me. You see how people hold things over you literally? That's why you gotta be selfish like them. That's why they feel they're the smart ones. That's why they feel like they outmastered you, and they probably did. Give them the credit, let them have it. Remember, these are grandiose people. So they have to feel that they are above. But they flying high on ego. They don't know how to ground. That's why they need you to do it for them. That's what I mean when I say they ride on the backs and coattails of others. That's where that comes from. Because they're high. Remember, ego is up there in their head. Remember, they outsmart their intellects. But when it's time to park that thing and ground that thing, they don't know what they don't know how to do that. That's why they ride, fly, attach to the other's coattails and build on your back behind you. Remember your coattail. Come on through visual. Come on through metaphors. Y'all that get it, you'll get it. The ones that won't, you will get it. Just stick with me. So that is why you have to understand the power behind being selfish and choosing and pouring into you and building you. So if you gotta lose everything to get everything, but this time when you get everything, after losing everything, that's why you value it more, because you built it on your back. You carried that thing over that threshold that was heavy. You walked around with the heaviness of losing everything that you once was attached so greatly to. Those people, those places, and those things. Because as long as you're attached to any of them, the enemy got a way in. And that's an opportunity for them to either take, steal, harm in any way, by any means. Because they're lacking in something in one of them areas, that mean they got an attachment. And as long as that attachment is there, the enemy knows that's a way in. They need. I can provide what they need, but at a high price. They just don't know the price yet. Because remember, when I do for you, I'm building up. Tally mark. See, if y'all stick with me, I'm telling you, I'll paint a beautiful, vivid picture for you. And that is what the enemy wants you to continue to do, is to be selfless when you're not whole. Because they know once you become whole, you're untouchable, unstoppable. But as long as you have one empty slot, they can fill that void with people, places, or things they know will destroy you. Because remember, once that attachment is there, remember that empty vessel that came and attached and binded to you? Come on now. Y'all don't see the picture yet? So learn to be selfish. Learn to be selfish. Take care of you. You can't depend on someone else to do it, because they will show you. When you have that emptiness, that open slot, they feel it, now they own you. Now you owe them. Now you have to do what they say. That's how the enemy takes power and control of your mind, body, and soul. Y'all better stay woke, pay attention, and get ready for expertise to take you on the journey of the time of your life, just learning why you need to be selfish, especially in this day and time. Because if they haven't shown you yet, I don't know what you're waiting on to happen. Because the veil is so thin, you can see the dark from the light. You can see the evil from the good. And I'm not saying you don't need both. That's another video I'll be making. I'm not saying you don't need both. You do. But you need to balance those two out and only use what you need when you need it. And because you got both now, you're balanced. You have all your slots filled. Remember, you built the foundation. You are solid as a rock. So it don't matter what weapons they form against you, they will never prosper. Because the only way they can get in and prosper is if you have an open slot and a void that needs to be filled. As long as you're not empty in any of your slots, they can't get in and offer you something. Because you're not lacking. You're not less of something. Stay full. Keep your tanks on full. You'll never have to be gassed up by these people that will be willing to offer you everything, glamorized and glittered up. Oh yeah, here you go, I got you. Yeah, because they see what you can't see. Because of the void, the slot that's empty. Remember, it's empty. You are empty in that slot. They see, damn, do they know they got 9, 10, or 8, or whatever they already got? That many cups filled, they don't see that. All they missing is this 1 or 2 little empty slots. And they over here, rather than building it up themselves and taking the time to invest in them. Vest, yeah. Vest, chest, yeah. I told y'all I could take y'all on a wordplay, metaphor, conversation that only the intellects would understand or understand or overstand. And that's just the truth. It ain't no shade. But most people are not taught to invest. I told you they're taught to be selfless. So, with all that being said, I have to make more of these videos because I can go on and on and on. That's why I was blessed with the gift of gab. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful that I can share with you all. Because people will try to put you in a box, put you in a corner. But those people are actually you putting you in a box and putting you in a corner. You project it outward because you think it's them when it's really you. That's why you gotta be selfish. Because you gotta go ahead and fill those voids of your own and not wait for someone else to do it. Because if someone else do it, it comes at a heavy price that you may not be ready to pay up, or not know that you gotta pay when you can't fulfill what they need back for their investment in you. So invest in yourself. Because when you invest in yourself, you can never lose. source, you're the author, you're the blueprint, you're the foundation, you're the everything. And if you're the everything, you don't need anything to fill a void. I'm not talking about people right now. I'm talking about you. Because people love to get things so twisted and project their word. Oh, well, she said, no, I said what I said. And I said, you need to be selfish when you're in a building phase of your life. That's why you cut off people, places, and things that don't serve you. Because as long as you got an empty void, they will come and fill your cup at a heavy price. And usually you don't know the price until you can't fulfill their investment in you. I hope somebody get that. I hope somebody understand what I'm saying. Because I know this is going to help so many people when they just sit back and really let this marinate and break that down. When you really let it marinate, what I'm really trying to get a massive breakthrough to you and you too. Because we've been fighting amongst ourselves in a world of amongst others when the battle is within yourself. You've allowed a void by not filling your own cup, by not pouring into your own self, and that includes me. Remember, I'm not projecting outward. This is actually my story. And as long as it's mine, I can always speak on me. And if it offends you, again, where are you lacking at in your life that you feel what I'm saying is offensive? That means that's a void that you need to fill. Because I cannot possibly be thinking for you and me. If I am, then you've given me your power. I ain't even asked for it. As a matter of fact, I don't even want it. Because I don't even want that type of authority over a whole nother vessel. I'm like Turner, may he rest in peace. What I'm going to do with 2 more kids? If I'm over here trying to build me up, what I look like I carry you too? No, I'm good. That's why I'd rather be selfish until I build what I have for self. When I'm 100 and I'm solid as a rock, now I got that runneth over. Y'all can have it. Because I want to pour back into you. Or pour into you. Because now I don't need that back. Because I got more than enough for me now. Now I have something to give to you, to my children, to my employer or employees for that matter, to my significant other, to my friendships, relationships, familyships. That is when you can give, and it is not a burden because you're not expecting anything back. You have it to give, because then they'll naturally, the universe will give it right back to you. Naturally. You will always be provided for. That's why no one would have to fill a cup, because you're going to be able to do it for you, because you're never going to be on empty. Oh, I hope somebody got that today. I really hope that someone can hear this message and just say, bing, oh, that's all I've been needing to hear. They've been needing to hear this message. is ready. So go on over to my website. Again, it's expertise spelled with an X, PERTEACH, LLC.com to book your sessions of educational services. I will be adding more of a detailed list eventually, but I'm really hoping this message reaches the people that it need to reach. With that being said, focus on you. Rebuild if that's what you have to do. Don't be afraid to let go of any and everything that don't serve this phase of life. Because this life is a one big chess game. It's like Monopoly. We're a chess game if you play it right. But if you allow the game of life or the Monopoly, all these other games that ain't got nothing to do with you, but you add yourself in it when you have a empty slot because someone else pours into you. Now you what owe them Monopoly? Come on, I'm going way over y'all head, way deep. You gotta be ready for this because I am not gonna steer you wrong because you're gonna steer yourself. I'm not steering nothing. I'm just a guide. You can take it or leave it. It's up to you.